You want 2K rumors and news, you in the right place. Want a community that's cool, you in the right space. You want tips, subscribe now and ring the bell. Then go to the park and give them hell. The Boot Squad is an organization with all winners. Soldiers up in formation, we all killers. And when you step on the court, yo, you're our dinner. When I play D in the fourth, yo, Kawhi Leonard.
So we got a nice video for y'all today. You don't know your boy Brutal, Sim on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. So we gonna get straight into the news. And I ain't gonna front with y'all. Y'all gonna see Conspiracy Brew come out today in this video. This was taken from Safkal. He's actually someone who's been making a push for loot boxes to be regulated within pretty much the gaming industry, but really he was focused on, or is focused on, EAFC. That's the FIFA that, you know, they separated from FIFA. EA separated from FIFA. So that's the football game, the real football game that they're pushing out right now, been pushing out since they separated from FIFA. Again, we have a huge loot box situation, especially when it comes to underage kids, and he's speaking on it, and you could see why 2K been making certain moves right here, because with what he's about to say now, again, this is Conspiracy Brew, not confirmed, it's gonna explain why 2K has been making certain moves recently and kind of giving us an insight of what we can expect going forward, y'all. So let's check this out.
So, as a lot of you know, I'm currently campaigning to get loot boxes regulated to protect children and vulnerable people. But on today's video, I wanted to share some insights as to where I think the game series will go in the future. Now, to me, there is no doubts in my mind that regulation, not just in the UK, but around the world, is closing in on loot boxes. And I think we will see age restrictions on loot boxes in the near future. Now, I think this will have an impact on the FC title series. There's no two ways about it. But I think...
And 2K. And NBA 2K as well.
Looking at EA's latest financial accounts and statements that they've put out about the game series, it's quite clear that the majority of their income now comes from microtransactions and loot boxes, which, you know, it's well over 70% of their income. So...
Hold up, we gotta pause right there. The reason why we have to pause, because one thing I've been seeing in the 2K community is people acting like EA gonna come and save us. Like, when is EA gonna create the next NBA Live to get us away from all of this? EA does the same thing to their community, y'all. It's pretty much identical, just around the same thing, same percentage of their income. It aligns with 2K. They're pretty much the same thing, over 70-some%. Oh my God, this is why we try and tell you, these companies saw an opportunity to milk their community, and they're doing it across the board. Across the board. So if you think EA is gonna come and drop a game that doesn't try to get all that extra money out your pockets, look what they're going through with FC. Look at what they're going through. It's the same exact thing. And it might even be worse by some of the numbers I've been seeing up front with y'all. Now 2K probably saw that and like, oh yeah, we gotta turn up in my team, man. We gotta catch up. But let's continue on.
The actual money that they make from charging for people to play the game isn't as significant as it once was. It's now just over 25%. I think it's about 27% of their income that's generated. Now, what I think we will see as a result of all these things is I think they will split off the ultimate team game mode from the rest of the game.
Now, recently, especially when they was talking, when they're speaking in the earnings call and stuff like, when they, with that 7% loss or difference, one of the areas that they said that they took their loss in was the mobile category, right? So when 2K launched My Team for mobile, I was like, okay, makes sense. But now that he said that he thinks that they're gonna go ahead and separate that whole game mode, and he's gonna further explain why, it makes sense. We might, or we probably could, expect some separation of that game mode from 2K. Not a full separation though, but he's gonna explain as well that we might explain it as additional, or expect it as additional content, like an add-on per se. And he's gonna explain it better. Let's continue on.
And I think what they'll do is they'll still charge for the main game, as they'll call it. That'll be career mode, pro clubs, Volta, etc., etc. And they'll still charge a yearly fee for this. But I think the other side to that is Ultimate Team will become its own game mode, which will still have links to the game. It will still be the same game, but it'll be a separate downloadable bit of content in which you have to be of a certain age to access. And then that way they can still keep the game rating on the main game as a 3+, but they can also comply with new loot box regulations, or impending loot box regulations on Ultimate Team, keeping children safe. Now, I think what that would mean is the Ultimate Edition would likely, or the Ultimate Team would likely be free, and as a result, I think we'd see a much larger player base playing Ultimate Team, which in turn, if they do carry on with loot boxes, which I'm sure they will, it makes up such a large part of their income, and if they comply with new regulations, would really boost their revenues. And then that way they're still keeping hold of the diehards that only play career mode and pro clubs, etc., etc., and will pay a yearly fee, but also they're potentially maximising a revenue stream through Ultimate Edition. Anyway, that's my insight. I thought I would share it. Might be worth bookmarking. Let's see where we are in 18 months' time from here. But I can just see this is the way that EA are going to go, and I think the reasons why, it makes a lot of sense, and I think there's a lot of wins all around to be had.
Oh. So let me know what y'all think, man. He's a conspiracy theorist by himself, but it does make sense. Imagine 2K dropping them My Team mode as a free-to-play. Imagine. Free-to-play, but of course you gotta buy your cards, you gotta buy your packs. I mean, it's genius. Going forward, they already dropped the mobile already, so all they gotta do now is make it free-to-play. In fact, isn't it free-to-play right now? I don't even know. We'll talk about that at a different time. But it seemed like this is the direction that 2K is gearing up. They're preparing for a lot of restrictions, in the near future. He said in 18 months' time, we're going to see. It might even be sooner than that with the way 2K been moving. 70+% of their revenue is microtransactions. Ain't no way they giving that up. Ain't no way. So of course they're gonna find a way, and this sounds like a genius way, especially because the game is rated E. And right now, a game that's rated E have these loot boxes, and there's been crazy debate across the globe because a lot of places don't allow this loot box thing and this My Team thing. They don't allow it. What 2K is doing. So this could. I'm just saying. Is he onto something? Your boy brought onto something? Put in the comment section. You already know your boy Sim. I gotta keep y'all up to date on everything 2K, and of course I'm gonna drop these conspiracies as well. But it does make sense with how 2K has been moving. I have to say that. And 2K got a lot of money invested, so of course their research team already know what's coming down the pipeline. So they're just putting themselves in a better position to, take advantage of it. And I think a free-to-play game with loot boxes, they're not going to take any losses, to be honest with you. Especially for the diehards that love that game mode. Because there's a huge segment of the community that love to pull packs and love to spend that money pulling packs. Good for them. Salute them. I can't tell them what to do with their money, of course. They're grown people. Most of them grown people. Salute to them. But at the same time, there are a huge segment of the community is kind of vulnerable to what's going on, and it could lead to other stuff, which is why he was making such a huge push in his community, man. But let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all know it's your boy Sim. First time to the channel, like, share, subscribe. How blessed one. Be safe out there, y'all. Peace.